tonight.
There's a helicopter down somewhere in the national park.
Helicopter down with a family on board.
Got an aircraft in the bush down here at 2 o'clock.
And there's movement at the crash site.
The temperature up there at the moment is about 5 degrees. If the storm front hits before we get there, that's going to drop to about -5.
Crushed by a mountain boulder
How long have we got?
Here.
as storm clouds close in. And paragliding over the Tasman. How can anyone survive this?
We're doing this. Waiting.
The Westpac Helicopter Service has flown more than 80,000 missions in the last 44 years, helping to keep us safe. Who will be rescued next?
The wind is 060 degrees 1.
La Perouse, Sydney.
We got a call via air traffic control in Sydney, and apparently it's a helicopter down somewhere in the national park.
And Lifesaver 21 has been tasked to the Royal National Park for an urgent search and rescue mission.
So we're assuming at this stage that they're possibly in the water.
That's correct.
The last known location of the helicopter was oceanside of the national park.
POD on board.
Yeah, apparently 3 adults, mate, and 1 child, so that could be a bit ugly.
The pilot of the crashed Robinson 44 chopper is Peter Butler. On board, a precious cargo. His daughter Kate, son-in-law Chris, and their 3-year-old son Finn.
Well, I've got nothing sighted, I've got no oil slick, I've got no sign of anything at all.
Yeah, mate, likewise on the right at this stage.
Rescue crewman Tony is anticipating a water rescue. He has a grandson the same age as Finn. The stakes are always high when toddlers are involved.
Any job with kids can be heartbreaking with a bad result at the end, so no matter what, we'll all do our best.
We're all clear right.
With no sign of the downed helicopter,
Clear right. Clear left.
the rescue crew expand their search.
We're coming up over the land now.
Up ahead, air crewman Trevor spots something.
Got an aircraft in the bush down here at 2 o'clock. Copy, mate. They've gone down right into the bush there. Coming around, clear right.
But as pilot Rick approaches the crash site, he has to be extra careful.
Just a little bit worried about it may be hung up in the bushes, so I won't get too close, just so we don't knock the helicopter over.
The downdraft from Lifesaver 21 could flip the Robinson with disastrous results.
We got a head count?
I've got a guy waving at this stage, mate.
The man signalling for help is pilot Peter Butler. But where is the rest of his family? Roaring Beach, Tasmania. Paragliders Pete and Ramon are riding the steady breeze off the Tasman Sea. In perfect conditions, they take off for one last adrenaline rush.
Classic.
56-year-old Pete is recording the flight on his helmet camera. The breeze should lift him over this headland. But suddenly, he's hit by a gust of turbulent wind. In the heat of the moment, he makes a catastrophic mistake and heads the wrong way. Pete's mate Ramon has sounded the alarm. He was the one gliding with Pete at the time of the crash. The Westpac helicopter crew in Hobart is ready to respond.
That area, Roaring Beach, that's one of their go-to spots when the weather lets them. Often get a really strong southwesterly, which is too strong for them.
Early reports suggest that Pete fell off the side of the cliff after the impact.
If you did actually fall 60 feet, it's got to be potential spinal.
Pete's ex-Royal Navy and lives with wife Lorraine on their boat in Hobart. Paramedic Charlie has to prepare for a challenging rescue.
My immediate concern is access, how we're going to get to him, whether we can land, whether we'll have to winch to him. Obviously, I'm quite concerned on the potential for serious injury.
Pete's helmet camera is wedged firmly into the cliff face, and it's still recording.
Airborne for Roaring Beach, ETA less than 10 minutes over. Just wondering if there's any update on the location.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, the information that I got was he wasn't on the beach, but it was close to it, so in the highland somewhere or over the dunes.
True, we are below 60 knots. Check cabin security, clear doors.
Cabin is secure and both doors can go.
That's the cliff where Peter's come to grief. A frightening place to crash.
Anticipating on this headland somewhere, yes?
Not there.
Actually, I think I've got the target right on the headland there. 2 o'clock, 40 degrees down.
Down below, the situation is grim.
He's quite close to the cliff edge. We don't want to blow him off.
Yeah, he's definitely not moving.
That's Pete's voice you can hear off the helmet camera. How long can he hold on for?
Still recording, brother.
On a clifftop in Tasmania, paraglider Pete lies in agony.
There he is. The coke was down there.
His gliding mate Ramon, the one holding the camera, raced along the clifftop to get to him, to drag him away from the edge. This is how the disaster unfolded. Feet first into solid rock at 50 kilometres an hour.
Very, very lucky just to land on terra firma. He has got one broken ankle. The other one looks a bit ropey too. Ooh.
The Westpac rescue helicopter from Hobart, Polair 72, is a welcome sight.
Got us, Peter.
Tail there, I reckon that's it. Yeah, that's it. Nice big spot to land there. Yeah, it's pretty slopey. See Polair 72 on the ground with the patient on top of the headland.
Roger 72 on the ground.
For paramedic Charlie, it's now a steep climb down the cliff to the patient.
This terrain is really quite challenging and steep. I really don't think we're going to be able to get the patient back up to the helicopter.
How are you, mate? Yeah, not too bad.
G'day, Pete. I'm Charlie, paramedic mate from the chopper. So what happened, mate? You come down pretty hard?
Yeah, soaring along that cliff there. It moved a bit more that way and I thought I could cross over. Saw these cliffs.
Try and keep your head nice and still. We're going to try and look after your neck because you've got some injuries elsewhere.
Charlie's worst fear is spinal injury. Meanwhile, local Ambo Matt has walked for half an hour to join the team.
This is Peter. Hey, Peter. Come down pretty hard. Looks like he's probably got some fractures in both his ankles. Yep. Sore lower back.
As the paramedics get to work, the flight crew assesses the possibility of landing on the edge of the cliff.
My concern.
Blowing this around?
No, there's rocks. Yeah, we don't want to land on the...
We don't have to land, but you can...
Light on the skids.
You light on the skids, yep.
Yas thinks he can do it, but it's very tight. An uneven rock ledge on the edge of a precipice.
We want to be down here, we don't want to be up on this. We're up on this, we'll be in the rotors.
How's your sensation down here, Pete?
Good, mate.
Feel me touching there?
Yeah.
And there? Give your toes a wriggle for me.
It's a good sign, but they can't take any risks with his spine.
We're all good to go.
The sun is getting low. They have one chance to get this right. Yas is on high alert for the kind of wind gust that blew Pete into the cliff.
Start coming straight down for a second.
This has to be a pinpoint landing.
You've got 3 to move forward. Pleasure. 2. Are you happy to hold there?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Picking the patient up now.
It's a dangerous situation. One backward step now would mean disaster.
I have the feet in my hands now.
But it all goes to plan.
And he is safely in the aircraft. We are secure in the back. And you're clear to come straight up.
Nice work, yeah.
Good job, gents. Clear to put Leno out. Clear to put him out.
The Royal National Park, Sydney. And the Westpac Lifesaver helicopter crew is ready to respond.
Going out now onto the skid.
Rescue crewman Tony will be first on the scene.
We really don't know if they're injured. I don't know their emotional or mental state.
He has grave concerns for everyone on board, especially 3-year-old Finn.
On the ground. Connect it up.
Tony is ready to bring a survivor out.
We'll take the first one and he can secure the landing site for us, which is really important.
It's the pilot's son-in-law, Chris.
Clear to winch up.
Clear to winch it.
Winching up now. System's good. Winch is coming up.
A 7 News helicopter arrives and begins filming their every move.
Nice and slowly. Under the skid. Slow down.
They get the first glimpse of what everyone has been desperately hoping for. The pilot's daughter, Kate, and her 3-year-old son, Finn.
Okay, mate, just keep sliding through. Sliding through, sliding through to put you in this seat. I'm going to buckle you up into the seat. All right, mate, all secure. That was really good. I think we'll go back in and do the mum next. We'll bring her up, drop this guy off first, come back and get them, and then we can bring the young boy up as well, so he's with the mummy.
The news crew keeps an eye on the rest of the family.
Approach is good.
Left-hand door's coming back.
All set for landing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clear to land.
Chris is dropped at a nearby clearing.
Get up there! Watch your eyes! We'll go and get the fam!
He now faces an anxious wait before his family can be reunited.
He's on the ground, he's connecting up the patient.
The Royal National Park and helicopter crash survivor Kate is next up the winch line.
He's connected up, got a thumbs up, taking up the slack.
Tony needs to bring her up first, so her 3-year-old son Finn has someone to cuddle when he's winched into the helicopter.
Coming up out of the skid, you have a con, and Tone's up level with me, bringing him in now.
Finn's granddad, who also happens to be the pilot, is keeping him calm.
1, 2, 3, coming on board.
We're just going to go back down and get your young bloke.
Okay, moving him back over.
Rescue crewman Tony has a grandson the same age as Finn.
Out we go.
He knows the whole family is counting on him to bring Finn back safely.
Right now I'm fully aware of his emotional state and the fact that I'm a stranger, and I don't want to upset him and therefore he'd lose lose grip on what's going to go on.
The 7 News helicopter continues to watch from above. It's all eyes on Tony.
5432 he's on the ground.
So just say you're happy, mate. We're going to bring him up. We're in a different harness. So we'll take him up as good as we can.
A reassuring kiss from Grandad.
You enjoy.
And some positive reinforcement from rescue crewman Tony.
This will be good fun.
Help calm Finn's nerves.
Once we take the weights here, we want to make sure that we come down nice and low.
Keeping the helicopter low will limit the time Finn has to spend on the winch.
Lemo's got the hook, connected up, taking up the slack.
But it's still a long way up for a 3-year-old boy who has just survived a chopper crash.
Taking up the slack, clear to lift load with winch.
Clear to lift the load.
Winching up now.
The look on Mum Kate's face says it all.
Well done, mate. You were fantastic. Fantastic, mate. You were unreal. You were so good.
Mum and Finn are in safe hands.
Give me 5. Give me 5.
But there's still one crash victim to come. Finn's granddad, Peter. The Westpac Rescue Helicopter Base, Hobart.
Where he is actually fairly flat. Yep. It comes out on all spurs.
An emergency beacon has just been activated in Tasmania's Southwest National Park.
The situation with the weather is that there's a cold front passing through, so we may have to work a wee bit.
The cry for help has come from this man, experienced hiker, 59-year-old Dale. He was leading a group of bushwalkers to the summit of Mount Mueller when a boulder gave way and crashed on top of his leg.
Ground G'day, Apollo 72, we've got 4 on board for Stratford Gordon. Alright, talks and match guys coming up.
Police officer Mick heads up the rescue. He knows the terrain well.
The area that we're going is very remote. The only way out for this injured hiker is by helicopter.
The EPIRB is a godsend. It works by transmitting location coordinates to the rescue team.
The beacons are that good, they resolve down to 15 or 20 metres. Hopefully, if everything's working according to plan, we'll go out and find him, get him back in one piece.
Thanks to the emergency signal, the walkers are spotted.
The patient's huddled over on the left-hand side of those boulders.
Mick locates a tiny patch of clear ground.
Right down there.
Down.
Pilot Dave has little margin for error.
Clear on the left.
Clear and secure.
That'll do. All right, Dave, nice work.
Nice job.
The helicopter is down safely, but Dave is worried.
Meg?
Yes, mate.
I won't shut down.
Roger.
The weather looks like it might be miserable here in half an hour.
Paramedic Richard wastes no time.
Hi, I'm the paramedic. Go and have a look at our patient, eh?
It's treacherous terrain. Richard needs to be careful not to give the mountain another victim.
Oh, I'm not hurt myself. Hello.
Hey,
I'm Richard. Who are you?
Dale.
Dale.
Yeah, mate.
What have you done, mate? Broken a leg?
Yeah, bottom right.
Okay, how bad is it?
It hurts.
Pretty bad.
It's a suspected broken tibia. A boulder gave way and rolled onto his leg.
Have you taken anything for pain relief?
Nothing.
Feeling like guys.
The helicopter radar gives Dave an absolute deadline.
How long have we got here? 17 minutes.
17 minutes, and the clouds are closing in.
Dale's in a lot of pain, and we can also see the cold front coming towards us. Our urgency at the moment is to package Dale up and get out of here as quickly as we can.
And we'll shut down. Scared?
Not going to shut down.
Okay.
Shut down.
Given the weather and the wind, we're going to be fairly quick. What we're going to try and do is grit our teeth and bear it.
Mount Muller, Tasmania. The Westpac rescue crew has to get injured bushwalker Dale off the mountain before the storm hits.
What we're going to try and do is grit our teeth and bear it. The weather's unstable here.
But Dale needs urgent pain relief before he can be carried onto the chopper.
Now, the idea with this is you breathe in through this mouthpiece, you hold it.
That green whistle is infused with methoxythorane.
So take a couple of breaths first.
A powerful analgesic that will help ease Dale's pain.
Just leave it in your mouth and keep breathing. You're going to feel a bit...
It'll give you the head spins, yeah? Yeah. Okay, hey. Have a little bit more.
It's working, but Dale is suffering from a suspected broken leg.
Yeah. Okay, coming up on 3, 1, 2, 3, lifts.
It's slow and tiring work.
If you need a break, call it. So.
Pilot Dave continues to monitor the approaching storm. Snow, rain and high winds are the last thing they need right now.
The main danger is the tail rotor. We don't want to get anywhere near the tail rotor. You will be going in head first.
They've got Dale into the helicopter just in time.
Coming up, mate. Here to come straight up.
Dave sets a course for Hobart Hospital. He'll fly around the looming storm.
On this occasion, Dale was lucky. The weather on top of the mountain was pretty marginal, and we got out of there just in time.
Go to the receiving officer. Everything's good, mate. We're going to go and get your grandpa, all right? We'll see you later.
Crash survivors Kate and Finn have arrived at the staging point.
And you can climb now, mate, coming up.
Kate's father, Pete, is last to be rescued.
Tail and mains are clear. Position, and down we go.
It's a miracle his family even survived.
On the ground.
Mate, you're successful. Yeah, well, before I go up, mate, good on you. For somebody who's been flying for a long time, that's a bloody good effort. Good on you.
Connecting up.
We're ready for extraction, mate.
Little lift the load.
It's been a horror day for the chopper pilot, but he'll soon be reunited with his family.
And we are all secure in the back. We're right to head up to the staging point.
Thanks, mate.
As to what happened, why the chopper crashed, the Robinson suffered a mid-air mechanical failure and lost power. Peter was commended for his ability to bring the aircraft down safely. The whole family are lucky to escape without any serious injuries. The quote of the rescue goes to pilot Peter, who calmed his frightened grandson by saying, "Sometimes we land at the airport. Sometimes we land in the bush."